Next, I'd like to talk about being an entrepreneur and a mompreneur, because I understand that you are the mother of two young twin boys.
Yes, so as you just introduced, I'm a social entrepreneur and also a mother of 30-month-old young twin boys. So my life is very, very hectic, probably beyond any imagination. So from this year, they started to go to nursery school. So that was a big change for me and very helpful for me to do work. So every morning I prepare them to go to nursery school, and usually there's some tantrums, some fightings. So every morning is like a war to tackle. So after I successfully put both of them into nursery school, then I go to work, and I try to finish work as fast as possible, because even if I want to work overtime, I cannot. I have to go home quickly to take care of the kids again. So after I return home, there's some time to play with them, and then another challenge is to putting them to sleep. So if they go to bed early, quickly, then that's really a big achievement for me. And many times, because usually my husband and myself were very tired, we fall asleep in the process of putting them to bed, and then we just wake up around midnight or something, and then finish what we have to do, and then sleep again. So that was very tiring for us. So we try not to do that, and try to enjoy a little bit of our own time in the night if possible.
Okay, I see. Wow, it really sounds challenging. And so with that, what would be a successful day for you?
So successful day would be like smooth mornings, no tantrums, and me finishing work on time, and then going to bed, kids going to bed smoothly, and then both of us not falling asleep and enjoying some of our time. And that's like an ideal day. I don't know how many days like that we had so far.
I see. Okay. Yeah, I'd like to ask you about being an entrepreneur. What would you say is your favorite part of being an entrepreneur?
The part that I'm able to try out anything that I want to, like trying out new things, interesting things. And another part is that I have a little more flexibility in the usage of my time.
And so what are some of the lessons that you've learned being an entrepreneur?
So in terms of an entrepreneur, I'm thinking about these things a lot these days. The first one is that the most important thing is to fill the needs of your customers. So actually this is probably the main theme of the lectures that I do for startups, but to really apply that to my own business was another thing. It's very difficult, but I think it's the most important thing in doing business and starting up your business. And also another thing is what's important is not just working hard, but having this business mindset and working efficiently and effectively. Because as a startup, all of your resources are very limited, and you have to make best choices at the right timing. So I think this part is also very important. And as a mompreneur, I've been thinking about this these days as well. So the age of my kids and the age of my brand is almost the same.
Oh, wow.
So I've been a mother of the kids for about 2.5 years, and I've been the creator or mother of the brand for a little over than 2 years. And I felt that raising kids and raising a brand is similar. One part is that, so as my kids grow, in some part things get easier, but it's still difficult. And when people see me, they're surprised that I lost so much weight. Because of this accumulated tiredness and so on. So I felt that the type of difficulty changes, but the hardness or difficulty itself doesn't go away. And I think it's the same for the brand. I was thinking one day, if my brand grows up and it becomes a bigger brand, would I have less difficulties? And I thought probably not. Maybe not as desperate as now, and maybe not as serious as now, but I think there will be new challenges and new quests at each stage of the process. And so in that sense, I think for both the brand and kids, The important thing is not to quickly finish raising
Mhm.
them up, but
Right.
to enjoy the process and learn in the process. I think that's something important.
What would you say are the most important skills that an entrepreneur needs in order to address some of these challenges that, as an entrepreneur, you face on a daily basis?
For skills, first, I think you need to have flexibility to be able to change plans as necessary. According to your customers' needs or the trends of the market, you need to be able to adjust and change plans. And also, the second part is boldness and perseverance to continue, because from the beginning and on every step it will be difficult all the time. So I think it's important to continue and continue even in the series of difficulties, and if you persevere, that itself can be the story and the history of the brand. So those who continue will survive and will have some story to tell to people.
Right. That's very true. I think you have to keep going even with all the challenges, despite all the difficulties. But it's not easy.
Yes.
It's not easy to continue at times. So
What advice would you give to someone who is starting a business or someone who wants to focus on a business that's eco-friendly?
So since I've been mentoring and consulting social ventures for over 8 years now, I think it's similar for sustainably focused startups or social ventures. So doing just normal business itself is difficult already, but if you're going to do a social business or sustainable business, I can tell for sure that it's going to be much more difficult. Like I mentioned before, among the general public, people who are really interested in environmental issues are still very, very small. It would be difficult to be successful by just saying that we are sustainable, we are eco-friendly, but you have to really fill the other needs of your customers and find a way to make the sustainability that you're pursuing just naturally come together in some way, so that general customers might come to your brand for some other reason, maybe for the design or quality, and then they can later find out about the good environmental aspects, or for social brands, the social value of the brand, and then that would be like a value added for them. Oh, they're even a good company in this aspect, then that would be like a plus for them, but that would not be the main thing that make them choose the brand. So
right.
like thinking more of the business side first, I think that's important when you want to start business.
Okay.
A lot of different things that you have to really consider, because, and some of it, as you know, you won't really know until you've done it and you've gone through the process, because I'm sure some of these things you've learned along the way or after developing your business, right?
Yes.
I guess maybe the key is to prepare as well as you can, but then, as you said, just be flexible and adjust that's needed, and most importantly, just persevere and just continue.
Yes. So I've been in this field for quite many years now and met many teams and provided many advice, mentoring for them. But applying that to my own business was really a completely different thing. And I really realized how hard that is to apply the theory into your real business in the field. So it's helpful to know the theory and all these background, but for a bigger part, you really have to learn on the field as you go.
Right.
Next, I'd like to talk about sustainability and fashion in South Korea. Could you share some insights about that?
So when I first started working in this social venture field in 2015, that was a time when the first sustainable fashion brands in Korea started to come up. Among them, there are some successful cases that are running well until now. And as you know, the trends in Korea are really fast.
Right.
So after that time, the sustainability trend spread it really fast, and now there are many more sustainable fashion brands in the market. And these days, the main topic of mainstream business is ESG. environment, social, and governance. So even in the mainstream business, there's more interest in sustainability and environmental issues. So this is positive, but personally, I think that compared to other advanced countries, the level of awareness or the size of the market in this field is still small.
I'd like to ask you, what is the future of your brand, your company, and how does it fit into this ecosystem?
In the future, I hope my brand to be a brand that people can trust in when they're selecting fashion accessory products. Trust in terms of quality, design, and eco-friendliness, all these things. And I hope that we will be able to be one of the leaders of this sustainable fashion industry by continuously suggesting new eco-friendly options in the market.
I see.
And so I'd like to know, do you have any future plans with new product launches or other types of materials that you plan on developing?
Yes, so actually at this moment we are kind of going through a restructuring of our brand. So far, aside from the PLA fabric that we introduced earlier, we used many plant-based leather materials like cactus leather, corn leather, and apple leather. But now, in order to be able to suggest a more variety of products to the customers, we are also looking into recycled materials. And that will help us make maybe better margin structures for our brand as well. And we are also looking into exporting our products to other markets as well. And for the very next product, we are now planning on designing a very useful and functional wallet product. The final picture is not finished yet, but we plan to design it and come up with it probably around September.
Okay. Wow, that's exciting.
Yeah, I really hope that your brand continues to grow and develop and you achieve all of your goals, everything that you plan on doing. Do you have a message for our audience?
Yes. So first of all, thank you so much for having me today. This was such a precious opportunity to introduce our brand and also the behind stories of our brand. I hope this would be enjoyable and informative to the audience as well. And I hope those interested in this channel and watching this video would learn more about these new environmentally friendly options in the market and try using them and try to change your lifestyle to make it more eco-friendly by changing some of your habits when you purchase products in your daily lives.
Okay. Wow. Well, that's really great advice.
Thank you so much for being on our show. It was really wonderful to chat with you. I hope to be able to continue to learn about your brand. And for everyone who's watching, please follow Eclatto. Their Instagram is Eclatto Lifestyle. And so please check them out.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.